revolution. Well,
he has a burning desire to be punctual. You know, if it's on time, it's a fluke. So it should come as no surprise. Ronald Lewis Foxcroft arrived at St. Joseph's Hospital in Hamilton right on schedule, November 5th, 1945. Ronnie grew up in Aldershot.
This is Partridge Drive, where I grew up.
Ron, the budding entrepreneur, had a contract to cut lawn at the home of the head of Dairy Queen on Partridge Drive and a DQ's head office in Burlington.
So one day, I'm cutting the grass, went into the office, and I said, I'd like to see all the big shots. I said, I'm in the landscaping business, and these big shots here look too important to be cutting their own grass. And I ended up getting the contract to cut all their grass.
Suddenly, Ron really did have his own landscaping business.
So I hired a bunch of kids, and I just kind of sat back and let them do all the work, and I was in charge of collecting the cash. And everything was cash.
At school, Ron was known as a money player, the star on the basketball and football teams. But when a back injury on the gridiron ended his playing days, Ron turned to the next best thing, officiating. It seemed like the right call until Ron stepped onto the court to call a basketball game.
Refereed my first game, blew the whistle twice, both calls were wrong. And it was either my first or second game. I got paid 75 cents. And Tom Gallagher came up to me and he says, "Kid, we want change because you're rotten."
Ron admits he wasn't a very good student either. However, he did manage to get a grade 12 diploma after cutting a deal with his high school principal.
And I remember Mr. Walden said to me, "I'll give you 50 on everything, but Ronald, you are a problem." And I said, "I'm not a problem anymore, Mr. Walden, because I'm out of here."
A call from his mother turned out to be an important fork in the road for Ron along life's journey.
I remember I'd left school and I'd got a job, and then Steve and Dave were born, and I was so poor, I was refereeing for 75 cents a game, and that one day Mom called me and said, "Bring Steve and Dave out for roast beef on a Sunday," and I said, "Mom, I can't come out, haven't got gas." And then I realized that, you know, I'm going to have to pick up, and I realized at that point in time, I'm not going to be able to go through life working for anybody.
Ron always had a strong work ethic, but there was a problem.
I realized that working for somebody was risky, because the risk is you'd probably end up working for a dumb boss. And I would not be a good person. Not that I'm confrontational, but I don't think I could work with a boss that was dumb, that didn't have my work ethic, that didn't have my tenacity, and didn't have my desire to win the championship.
sing it, we will rock you.
When Fluke Transport became available, the wheels were already spinning in Ron's head. He got financing to buy Fluke and almost immediately brought back the company's slogan, "If it's on time, it's a fluke."
They had it, I think they had it on one trailer. And, you know, and I said, "Oh man, I love this. If it's on time, it's a fluke." So what I did is, when I got the company, within 90 days, we had developed quite a number of customers. So I picked up the phone to every one of them and I said, "What do you think of that slogan?" And 95% of them said, "We love it." 5% said, "We hate it." And 100% of the people said, "But we never forget it."
Fluke Transport was on a roll, and so was Ron's officiating career.
I ended up doing the Olympics.
The 1976 Montreal Olympics. But while he loved the assignment, Ron didn't like the whistle he was using.
It was at the Olympics. Adrian Dantley took an elbow in the nose, in Montreal, 18,000 people. My whistle with the P got stuck. That's when the idea riveted in my little pea brain. The harder you blew, the more the P got stuck. And then I went to Brazil in 1984. There's 20,000 people, and those people are crazy. And my whistle with the little P got stuck. And I remember well that thinking, you know, I may not live, because the foul I missed was on Brazil. But if I live, I'm going to come back to Canada. And no matter what, I'm going to do a P-less whistle. And went to the bank, and I said, "Bank, I need $150,000, and he blew me out, told me I should be in the mental institution.
Ron wasn't ready to give up on his crazy idea. He spent 3.5 years developing a P-less whistle. But in all that time, he wasn't able to sell a single whistle.
No one would buy the thing.
Critics called his Fox 40 P-less whistle Mickey Mouse. But Ron remembered how Walt Disney had refused to give up on his Mickey Mouse idea.
I understand from listening to him talk on TV that he'd been kicked in the groin 100 times in life, but he said, "I always got up, brushed myself off, and never gave up." That stuck with me. I must have been 5 years old when I first heard that. Never give up.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse. Say, you want to come inside my clubhouse?
In an effort to escape all the negativity, Ron started selling Fox 40 out of his garage.
Now, Burlington is the greatest town in the world to live, but it's also the greatest town in the world to start a business. And in this very garage, I got to start Fox 40 from scratch.
Ron personally tested the whistles before filling the orders.
I took all these boxes of 2,000 whistles and I threw them into my bathtub. And Marie said, because I have a lot of hot air, I blew every one of them for a test. And then we washed them in my bathtub. And I can say Marie was underwhelmed with 2,000 whistles in our bathtub.
Today, Fox 40 is heard around the world. It's the whistle of choice at virtually every major sporting event on the globe.
He's just a perfectionist, and he has an idea, he gets a vision, and he runs with them. I mean, I think that's why he's so respected worldwide.
But Ron is quick to point out he couldn't have done it alone.
One thing about me is I'm not too smart. I'm really not too smart.
I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
But I am wise enough to hire people smarter than me at what they do. And nobody in life has been successful without a team.
Ron's humility is off the charts. He is one of the most gracious, selfless individuals I have ever met. He is an unbelievable human being as far as the character and the willingness to roll up his sleeves, get involved, and help others who need help.
Hi, Grapes. This is Foxy.
When I asked him about the Rose Cherry Home for Kids up in Milton, the first guy to step up was Ron. And Foxy stepped in. You better believe it. I'll be right there.
Ron is a very caring person. Very, very caring. And it's nice to see.
But as much as he cares, Ron doesn't play favorites, even when it comes to family, as son Steve learned when he joined Fox 40.
It was at the same time when CKOC offered me a position in their sales department, and my dad comes to me and says, no, we're going to start this whistle as a company, and I'll pay you the same amount that CKOC is paying you. You got to come and work in the whistle company. And I had to weigh my options there. So I asked for a raise. I said, can you pay me any more than that? He said, not a chance. That's my final offer. Take it or not. So I ended up being in the whistle company.
Incorporating his boys into the business was easy for Ron because they all shared the same passion for blowing whistles. But while basketball was in their blood, son Dave wanted to earn his stripes officiating football.
So I wanted some advice from him that would set me apart from other rookie officials that were entering the league that year. And I said to him, Dad, I'm leaving for the CFL. What do I need to do? And he looked at me and he said, "Dave, if you ever make a bad call against my Tiger Cats, you're fired." And he turned around and walked away. And that's all he said to me, and that's what he left me with.
Despite how Ron framed it, Dave made it as a CFL official. Ronnie Jr. completed the picture when he took up basketball officiating.
There's undue pressure on Ronnie now because when he went out to do his first game with me, he went over to the coaches and said, "Hi, I'm Ron Foxcroft." And the coaches looked up and said, "Are you related to the other Ron Foxcroft?" And he said, "Yeah, that's my dad."
I think it's great having the same name as my dad. People always go, "Oh, you're Ron Foxcroft's son," so that's good.
Now remember, guys, this is the foul. Not like this. That's the foul.
Ron is driven to succeed, and I'm very happy that that is one of the most important elements of Ron that he's passing on to Ronnie.
Ron obviously has passed on his love of sports to Ronnie.
Every fall, me and him go down to Michigan to watch a football game, and that's one of the best experiences in the world. At the big house with 110,000 people, it's awesome.
He meets people like Michael Jordan and Chris Bosh like it's every day. So values, staying grounded, staying motivated, staying humble. This is our biggest challenge.
There's one more challenge for Ron. Beating Ronnie at golf.
Right now he owes me some money from it. Today, maybe some more money.
Ron is no stranger to giving. He established the Foxcroft Family Youth Foundation to help kids in the community and enjoys sharing his life's experiences with others, like he did while carrying the torch for the Vancouver 2010 Olympic Games.
You know, if you can contribute to making someone joyful, isn't that what life's all about? Helping to make someone feel joy is amazing, just truly amazing.
Ron Foxcroft's amazing journey all started right here in Burlington with an entrepreneurial spirit that continues to burn brightly today.
We're one of the few companies in Canada that dominates their industry in the world. And every single whistle for 22 years has been made in Canada by Canadians.